again later.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On second and 11 now. Lock. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Shotgun snap to Lock. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you were trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He is going to find Hill here. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
This pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. Now it's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Locke working out of the gun. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's got some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. 6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Chiefs 6, Broncos 0.
He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Hits by Antoine Winfield Jr. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The third.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
56.
From the gun, it's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
57. Mike, 57.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now Edwards-Helaire. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3rd down.
A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. KJ Hamler returning it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff looking right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Operating from the gun. Block. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. It got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Chiefs 16, Broncos 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Hamler now to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. From the gun, Block. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Block off of play action. Oh, he'll air this one deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. After the turnover, here's Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14.
The Chiefs. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on first and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
To kick off for Denver.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's second and 8. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Looking to throw. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
A gain of 42 yards on the play.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 11. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd down and inches. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
1st down, Kansas City.
Edwards-Helaire on the counter. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's got it. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
50 seconds. Mike, 50 seconds.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 24 is the mark.
Operating from the gun. Lock. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Lock. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Lock. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
At the 45-yard line.
24 is the mic. Squeeze double. 24 is the mic. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
From the gun, Lock. This is Hamler on the receiving end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Lock. He's got his tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
The 28-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
56. And here we go.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
3 at the Chiefs' 7-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Lock. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
57. Mike, 57.
Out of the gun now on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. They fake the handoff, now Locke.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. His throw incomplete.
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
56 to mark, bro. 56. Shot 56.
Back to throw. Lock. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly. That is so.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
29. Harrison.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To throw is Locke. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Lock it.
Lock to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it'll bring up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
24 is the mic.
Now Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Locke. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts.
Now 3rd down.
As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On play action, Locke. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 15. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.